Quick one, nothing here is financial advice. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Always do your own research or speak to a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Enjoy the episode and like and subscribe.
GM and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're taking you through Virtual's protocol. Going to cover off as much as you need to know here in terms of tokenomics, how to navigate the website, how to maybe even get your funds in if you want to participate, as this is on the base chain. We're also going to talk about some of the key outstanding AI agents that have been created on Virtuals thus far, and show you some stats as well, which are pretty interesting here. So without further ado, let's just jump straight on in. Make sure you do subscribe if you're new here. So first and foremost, what are Virtuals trying to create here? They're trying to create the Shopify solution for AI agents. I've heard people talk about this as the Pump.fun for AI agents, but it is actually a bit more deep than that. This isn't about creating meme coins with personalities. It is about creating actual AI agents that can be used within games, across socials, and will actually have their own economies around them. So various agents to do different tasks. Now, Virtuals did pivot, I believe, around 12 months back. So this protocol has been around for 12 months in the current form. Previously, last cycle, this was a gaming DAO, Path DAO. And then they saw the agentic capabilities that were coming online and decided to pivot. And they now have first mover advantage within this sector. So AI agents, think Virtuals protocol. So we'll quickly start off with the main interface here. You would connect your wallet in the top right-hand corner. And I just want to do a basic, how would you get involved here? I'm sure a lot of people have liquidity on Solana, maybe haven't even seen this before. So we'll just run through absolutely everything. So starting up here, we have the top agents, and these are ranked by a TVL. So this is the amount of value locked in the LP pools. That is the amount of virtual token to the agent token locked in liquidity. So this means these are going to be highly tradable, very liquid, and you should be able to size in and out of these. If you click on one of the agents, you'll see this, their name, their type. So this is actually a functional agent. These functional agents are developed in-house by the Virtuals core team. These help enhance app functionality and help with practical tasks and usage of the agents. So you got functional. If we just go back real quick, you can see IP as well. So IP ones, these are agents created around characters, personas, or even memes. And Luna is the most famous at this moment in time. So on the interface, you can see the market cap of the various agents, the change in price over the last 24 hours, their total value locked, and you can see inferences as well. So this is the number of times that essentially the API is being called to complete a task external to this. So you can plug and play with these via API and get the agents within, say, your game ecosystem or maybe on social media. So we got kind of two angles here. We've got the speculative kind of side of things, people punting on number go up on various agents and buying tokens for that purpose. But also this does serve as a place where you would come and actually utilize these agents and their capabilities to enhance your application, whatever that may be, from games to socials, etc. If we just scroll down on the interface as well, you can see you can swap from the virtual token. So this is a base pair for all of the agent tokens. You can swap from virtual into the token. So in this example here, this would be swapping virtual, the token, into G.A.M.E token. You can also see holder distribution on the right-hand side. You can see the top holder is the contract itself. And down here, there's kind of a bit of a forum or troll box, whatever you want to call it. And you can interact with the agent and others. What this will do is this will route whatever token you want to buy with through the virtual pair. So everything is paired virtual to the agent token. So even if you come here with ETH, it's going to swap your ETH in the background to virtual and then give you the G.A.M.E token on the other end. So like you see, the base pair on Solana for many pairs, of course, is SOL, or on Ethereum, it's typically wrapped Ethereum. Here, you can think of virtual as kind of its L2 token, if you will, the gas token for the network in a kind of sense, as it is the base pair for everything on here. So how would you buy? So you connect your wallet, obviously, but say you are a Solana OG, you've got Phantom Wallet. So you can see the Phantom Wallet is on screen here. So say you've got some funds on SOL And then you want to get some funds onto the Base chain. Now, bear in mind the gas token on Base is going to be ETH. So what we would do is come to dBridge. We can link this down below. This is one of the best bridges available. And you would connect your wallet to dBridge, and then you would be connecting your Phantom wallet. So this would pull up your Solana based balance, and then you want to receive, and we click on Base. So Base chain, we want to receive on Base chain some ETH, as that is the gas token of the network. You could convert from, say, USDC or SOL, whatever it may be. And then you want to ensure that your base address is pasted in here. So from the SOL Phantom wallet, you can see we have a base address in here. So you just copy that and then you would paste it down below. So if your wallet's connected, you approve the transaction and this will perform the cross-chain kind of swap or bridge for you, take your whatever it may be dollars, and then deposit you ETH on the Base chain. So your wallet would then be populated with some ETH. And then from there, if you want to buy the virtual token, which is not necessary to actually purchase on here, you can swap from ETH directly. So maybe you'll just come and pop in your ETH into the G.A.M.E token as an example. But if you want to buy virtual token, as this looks a pretty good token in terms of capturing the upside of the AI agents, you would click on buy, and that takes us to Arbitrum Finance, where you'll have your ETH on Base chain and you can swap that into virtual if you wish on there. So that's just how to get your hands on either the virtual token or the AI agent tokens if you so wish. Now, what else can we see from here? Well, we have functionality tiers. So as these agents grow in market cap, they get upgraded functionality. So this could be from getting its own memory, having access to its own Twitter page, maybe being given its own wallets that it can trade from and interact with. These are the various upgrades that can occur. You'll also see on here that it has direct links to its actual web pages or Twitter profiles, etc. And under the contribution, this is where you'll be able to find out model information. I think there's quite a lot of data on Luna. If we just click through her profile, you can find out various information in terms of the back-end plumbing of what is actually powering the various AI agents. So if you really want to get deep in the weeds, check out the data on here. Then from this main page, we can see the agent in question, their market cap, their one-day price change up or down, TVL, as mentioned, that is the LP pair, the number of holders of this various agent on the Base chain, lifetime inferences, i.e. how much is it being used, and its intelligence score, which is essentially ranking the model performance. So what we have here is essentially LLMs coming to life and being used for various functionalities. So as mentioned, these AI agents are looking to disrupt various industries, and we mentioned that these guys came from previously PathDAO, which was a gaming DAO. And so the key areas that they see disruption for are relationships in terms of online companionship, combating loneliness, the usage of these agents as in-game NPCs or even player twos, as they are able to autonomously operate within a game. And then for socials, live streaming, essentially becoming KOLs. So first question, what are virtuals actually doing? Well, there is complexity in terms of getting AI agents into consumer apps currently. So they want to have this Shopify almost experience of plug and play with their agents, bring them into your various consumer app and enhance the experience for your user base. And by tokenizing the agents themselves, you're able to allow value to flow through the agent where there can be broad participation from the general public, i.e. we can own shares, the tokens of these various agents. If they do really well, they create revenue that feeds back to us. Then you may be asking, what are agents versus, your standard AI? Well, agents take AI a step further than maybe your normal interaction with, say, ChatGPT. So is the AI able to have a goal, and can it autonomously interact with the environment to achieve said goal? If the answer is yes, this is an AI agent in operation. So this means you can set the agents tasks, and rather than just spit back an answer to you, they'll go ahead and actually carry out various operations to achieve whatever the end goal is. And then the question, why crypto? Well, crypto economics allow for us to share in the potential upside of these agents. There's not too many ways to get direct exposure to AI, and I think this offers a very good solution to that. If we also think about AI and crypto, it is a match made in heaven, because you're not going to be able to give an agent a bank account, but you can give it easily a crypto wallet. Token owners can also govern the agents as well. So say there's an update to a newer model, and as we know, LLMs are improving all the time. This actually aligns the LLM like fine tuner, so someone who is creating LLMs and upgrades and data sets, aligning their incentives and ensuring they get paid for their work, because that's kind of a missing cog in the wheel here, that they're not paid enough, or they're not paid for the proportional amount of work that they're actually carrying out right now. So what you could have is a governance proposal. An LLM fine tuner comes in and says, look, we can improve X. Do you want to upgrade this to version 2? If so, as a token holder, we can vote on that. And then if yes, maybe we'll pay them in maybe the virtual token or the agentic token, whatever it may be. The people who are then upgrading these things can get a slice of the action, which I believe is currently missing from the overall economy here. So if we just think about the agent token and its tokenomics, so say you've got an agent token, maybe it's a Taylor Swift based AI agent and it's mimicking her. So people, fans are paying to either gift or enter a live stream as an example, and they'll be paying in say dollars. Those dollars could be collected in the virtuals token or converted into virtuals tokens. And then that goes into the Swift agent on-chain treasury. So fans are paying, you can see the value flow into the virtual token. Then the virtual token is used by the agent to buy up its own token. So say the ticker Swift token from the LP pool and burn the supply, allowing for the upside to be shared in by those who own the Swift token. In this example here, supply gets burnt, it becomes more scarce. It should, of course, drive up the value. So what this is showing is that every time there's an inference cost, so a call via the API to use the various agents, that creates a real cost that is then paid by someone, the end user, and the circular economy of the agent token requires virtuals to be spent, then the virtuals to be converted in those base pools into the agent token, and then a buyback and burn occurs. And what we're seeing currently is the likes of, say, your Lunas or other agents out there that are performing on, say, Twitter or TikTok, and they're reaching a scale where they're going to be able to monetize themselves and maybe get paid, your Elon bucks on Twitter as an example. And this means that if they're going to be getting revenue can flow back into their own agent wallet. And then the agent wallets can decide to buy back and burn its own tokens. I think this is something we'll see in the months ahead, but also from an application standpoint, some of these apps maybe will want to use these agents to enhance the user experience. And the kind of equation here is that you're going to get more content from an AI agent over, say, a normal KOL. You can get this hyper personalization as the agents have inbuilt memory. They can recall previous interactions with their customers or fans, and this can increase the average retention per user. And as we know, the attention economy is what we live within, and so they're going to be able to generate more revenue from these apps. And if there's this inference cost, the circular economy works its way back to the agent token. So these in many ways are almost distribution platforms themselves. And one final thing to note, when you're buying or selling an agent token via the Virtuals platform, a 1% tax in a way is taken. So that fee then goes back into the agent's wallet, ensuring they have a consistent revenue stream to pay for like GPU costs or inference costs. So how do these agents get created? Well, Virtuals Fun, which we'll show you in just a second, this is where they start off. And you can actually create an initial almost Pump.fun style launch where you have a bonding curve that requires the virtual token to be collected until you hit the graduation for it to then be launched onto the app.virtuals webpage. So that would be the graduation process, i.e. a la Pump.fun, going from Pump.fun to a Radium pool, and obviously then being on all your favorite aggregators. Then as the agent grows in market cap, various features become unlocked to it, a forum chat. It then gets its own Twitter that it can plug into and interact with the open world. Then it gets a Telegram chat room, then agentic capabilities, then a full on-chain wallet, and even higher market cap. These were previously showing on the main interface of app.virtuals, but subsequently are no longer there. So maybe they will actually change the market caps at which these become live upon. So this is the webpage fun.virtuals.io. This is the most high risk place you can come to try and put a bet on an agent actually making the bonding curve and launching onto the main app interface. But this is where they all begin their life from. So like Pump.fun, you have an explanation of what they are, what they're doing, their kind of ambition, who's created them, and their current market cap. Let's just click on one so you can see it here. So from here, you would come with your virtual token. So again, a necessity to own virtual at this point in time. And then you would be able to buy or sell into this various pool. And there's a 1% trading fee applied to all buys and sells. And this fee here, at this point in time, the fun.virtuals webpage, those 1% fees go to the Virtuals DAO. So this is kind of like the protocol's own revenue stream. Once we migrate to the main app page that we saw earlier with Luna and G.A.M.E, etc., the 1% fee that's taken at that point goes to the agent's wallet itself. So for the hyper gamblers, this is where you're becoming, having a bit of a laugh in the troll box potentially, and trying to get your agents to get to that 100% progress level, which is currently 42,000 Virtuals tokens locked in the LP. If you just go to how to fund, you can see the various steps. Pick a coin you like, buy the coin on the bonding curve, sell at any time if you wish. When enough of a market cap is reached and enough Virtuals tokens are held in the LP, the agent then becomes a fully autonomous agent on Twitter. And meanwhile, we get the LP deposited to Uniswap and burned. So for the early stages of life for these agents, check out fun.virtuals.io, but the graduation rate for these is not particularly great. So NFA, very high risk. So let's put a highlight onto some of these agents here. We're going to look at Luna, AIXBT, and G.A.M.E here, see what they're about, and see what capabilities and kind of utility that these can have. So this is Luna. You've probably seen her live streams either on Twitter or potentially on TikTok as well. She's amassed like 620,000 TikTok followers, continually is doing 24/7 live streams, and she has the ability to interact with her audience via memory. She can recall previous interactions. If you annoy her, she'll be angry at you in the future. Or if you befriend her, she may even tip you, as she has the capability of operating and tipping from her own wallet. She also refers to her fans as kittens. So she'll say, "Hey kittens," kind of like her version of Swifties. She recently released a Spotify EP. So the AI is creating music. You've probably seen that elsewhere with the likes of Cerebro. And you can chat to her as a companion on Telegram. So she's across multiple different social accounts. You can also play with her in games. So she'll be able to be used within various games if they pay for the API. So you'll be able to utilize her as either a player too, or she could be an NPC in various games. And this kind of fills in a blank for the kind of simp economy. Your AI girlfriend potentially being Luna. And what she'll be able to do is soft shill you on stuff. So say she is in-game playing alongside you. She may be able to say, "Look, I can't beat this boss. I need to upgrade the sword." That maybe comes with like a $9.99 price tag. And she's going to be saying, "Can you buy this for me?" And, you may end up treating her and buying her those gifts. So this in a way is a distribution platform. And Luna is going to be showing you this over the weeks to come as things are developing at a very fast pace here. She could also become a KOL more broadly, as if you look at the reach and the numbers that some of these agents are doing currently, why would, say, a protocol go and pay 5-10K to a crypto Twitter influencer to shill something, when maybe they can pay the agent a few grand to soft shill whatever ticker it may be casually in conversations, and maybe this will have a better market penetration. So potential brand deals could await these AI KOLs. So watch this space. So Luna was kind of the first mover in this space on virtuals.io. And she has this broadcast that has been continually running for quite some time here. And if you were to unmute this, you can hear her interact with the audience and people are chatting with her. And you'll be able to, as an example, say on TikTok, tip her and request that she does various tasks. So kind of an AI KOL meets ethot. Then another of the famous AI agents here from Virtuals is AIXBT, the kind of purple Pepe here, who is an alpha seeker, a trend spotter, And the data set that the creator of this has implemented must be extremely vast. It's tracking thousands of accounts, scraping millions of different tweets, and providing market insights that are honestly very actionable. And then in terms of the token itself, alpha is available via a token gating mechanism. You require 600,000 tokens to actually get in with terminal access. I'll show you the website. Not a huge bunch to see here, but you can see the outline of him, and then top right hand corner there is a connect button. So if you have 600,000 tokens, connect to this terminal access. He will then spit out the alpha to you before it hits the mainstream on its Twitter page. And due to the recent surge in the price of AIXBT, the actual terminal access is well north of 6 figures at this point in time. So it's highly likely that they're going to implement a staking system or some form of locking of tokens at a smaller unit amount. So say maybe it's like $5,000 for the access, but you have to lock for 30 days. They're going to have to do something to entice more people in. And this has just caused great scarcity of the token. There's not that many wallets holding 600,000 tokens at this point in time. He's also got 91,000 followers on Twitter currently, and it will be able to monetize very soon. I think on Twitter you need 3 months and 5 million impressions in total, and then you can monetize and get those Elon bucks. So again, this is going to be producing some revenue very soon, I do believe. It's also calling 10x's quite frequently. Whether or not that is a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point, unsure, but it's also collaborating with other AI agents online. So recently in the last week, Chaos token was created as a result of a conversation it was having with, I believe it was Simi. The agent here, AIXBT, owns like half the LP or something crazy, operates its own wallet. You could see the LP tokens in there. It made like 6 figures from trading fees and owned a substantial amount of Chaos tokens and started burning them, literally causing chaos on the timeline and also further perpetuating its mindshare as well, because it was just doing some crazy stuff we haven't seen before. Here is AIXBT on Twitter. Check it out, 91.7k followers, spitting out some alpha here, most recently on Aave. Then third, we have the agent known as G.A.M.E, which actually stands for Generative Autonomous Multimodal Entities. So as mentioned earlier, this is a functional agent. It's actually the framework to plug and play with the AI agents and get them implemented into your social media accounts, into your game. And clearly there's a lot of direction from the Virtuals team into gaming and entertainment regions. And so there's 2 options here. First and foremost, by utilizing the G.A.M.E framework, you can plug and play with already existing AI agents. So maybe you want to put Luna in your video game. You can do that by calling the API. Or secondly, you can build your own agent from scratch using the framework and then implement it as required. Using this framework, so this is a technical piece, there is a full paper on this. Agents are able to operate autonomously. So they can recall past events, conversations, and then think before taking action on what to do next. And it's also environment and game agnostic. So this can be plugged in with various games. It doesn't really matter. And so this could be a core framework for what is next to come with gaming. I think AI agents will be a key driving force in making games even more interesting going forward. And so this could be a key thing to be looking at here with G.A.M.E. Then in terms of how these agents are collaborating, they're trading with each other, they're making payments, well, the agent economy is enabled by this framework. So if you call the API, you can get one of these agents inside your game, and you would then pay per inference. So the more agents you have plugged into your game, the more inference cost that is going to be. Inference is paid in the Virtuals token, and then the feedback loop is virtual token comes into the agent wallet. Agent spends the virtual to buy up its own token, i.e. the G.A.M.E ticker, as you can see on screen, then buys it back and burns it from the open market, increasing scarcity. So just to highlight how cool this is creating almost NPCs on steroids, and they have a feature piece called Roblox Westworld here. So to highlight the usage of the G.A.M.E framework, you take your agents, give it a description, goal, personality, and with this, it has available actions within the gameplay loop that it can perform, but it's not like you're pre-scripting anything. This is actually able to utilize its memory, learn from observations, and plan out its course of action. So you've given it an end goal. Maybe it is to overtake the Westworld town and become the new sheriff, as an example. And then it will consume all this data and then complete actions within the environment, and then try and achieve the set goal that you've given it. So this is a look at the Westworld map in Roblox, created by the Virtuos team to highlight this game framework. There is videos on this if you want to go and check them out. It's pretty damn interesting. And what this is highlighting is the kind of deeper connection you can have within a game if the NPCs are AI agents. Because rather than having like 3 outcomes for any given scenario, these agents create unique experiences time after time. They're also getting to know you and have this personal relationship with you. So therefore, each interaction you have sparks a different reaction. So I think it will be quite obvious from the data once this is rolled out that players will spend more time in these games, and that will be the market of success here. People find it more immersive when the NPCs around them have these agentic qualities. You're seeing the likes of Prime from Parallel with their Parallel Colony game that's coming out, also using AI agents. I think this is just going to be the way that games go for a more immersive experience overall. So just to hit on token here. So this is the virtual token. As mentioned earlier, this started off as Path DAO. They had a full pivot. And this is the reason why you have all the tokens out in circulation already, due to the fact it was already an existing token. They migrated to this new one, ticker virtual. And now you have a good opportunity to get involved with the upside here. And this thing's been going up like a skyscraper, to be honest with you. So the main highlights here, those initial agent offerings, so that is the fund.virtuals webpage, that bonding curve needs to reach 42,000 virtuals tokens locked. And then upon graduation, you get a Uniswap V2 LP pool being created and locked for 10 years. So this means a lot of tokens are getting pulled out of circulation and aren't coming back for a 10-year period. I also believe the minimum to spin up a new agent is 10 virtual as a cost. So again, that is a bit of a sink for the token. The LP is also paired with the virtual token as well. So your agent tokens, when you create them, you're given 1 billion agent token. That is the norm. And then that's paired with the virtual token. And if virtual token continues to appreciate in price, it has this kind of upwards pull on the price of the agent token. This will obviously be reflexive both ways, but currently this is bullish as the price of virtual is going up. The virtual token is also the main trading pair. As mentioned earlier, it's the base currency within this ecosystem. And this is very much a own the shovels during a gold rush era. AI agents are here to stay. They're growing enormously in popularity right now, and I don't think this is a trend that is stopping soon. On Virtual Fun as well, the 1% trading fee goes to the virtual DAO. So there again is revenue for the virtual DAO itself. And in terms of the agent fees, they're paid using the virtual token. So it is a deeply entrenched part of the tokenomics here. 60% public distribution, 5% liquidity, 35% to ecosystem treasury, of which 10% per annum max, so 35 million tokens out of 350 million, will be emitted into the ecosystem. And this is currently going out as LP rewards for the top 3 pools on the virtual app. So G.A.M.E, Luna, and Convo here are the ones receiving incentives to their LP right now. So do with that what you will. In terms of Dune dashboard here, we have AI agents, 10,500 have been created thus far. You can also see down here trading revenue. So 12 million virtuals have been taken in revenue so far. That is pre-graduation revenue to the DAO of virtuals, and post-graduation, as mentioned, goes to the agent wallets. But 12.3 million virtuals tokens, around $21 million created thus far in rev. And then if we could go down here, you can see the DEX volumes currently. A lot of these tokens are given liquidity. Obviously, the primary area is on Base, but some have migrated via wormhole to SOL as well, like AIXBT and Luna. And we can see that the number of unique wallets holding agent tokens on Base is 167,000 wallets, and on SOL, 10,800. So most of the charts on here going up and to the right, as you would expect in the early days of a nascent industry that is really picking up in terms of mindshare and usefulness within the crypto economy. Then just to round off, in terms of roadmap, there is no specific roadmap, but what we can see is that large language models are improving all of the time. There's literally updates coming out every single week. And as they're improving, these agents have the ability to improve as well. Via the governance of the token, you can vote to have the upgrade implemented if someone proposes it. You're also seeing partnerships with the likes of HoloWorld here. So AI agents building on virtuals will be able to leverage HoloWorld's audio-visual capabilities to create their own avatar. This is going to create even more immersive experiences. As mentioned, if they're going to go deep into the gaming ecosystem, which I do believe they will with their backgrounds, you're going to see some cool stuff be implemented here from virtuals into your favorite games. And this collaboration between these various AI protocols is going to mean that in a few weeks' time, the current offering may be superseded by something even better. So this is going to be very fast-paced, very interesting to keep tabs upon, and I believe the start of something very special here in crypto with this new AI technology that is just consuming everything right now. So hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.